Alrighty, and welcome to Mama's Dinero Ultimate Annual Budget Planner. This is a quick tutorial on exactly how to do this budget. Now, it does seem a little overwhelming, so I will suggest that to take my Mama's Dinero course, the Ultimate Big Budgets course, but you can still do it without taking this course. The reason why this spreadsheet is so elaborate is because one, it does the math for you, and two, it literally starts to make sure that if you're on the track with your budget. I'm a visual person, so I need to see the big picture, but I also need to see the small picture. And I think this will be an amazing budget for people who are starting, or even all levels, advanced or intermediate, just because there's so many components. This is a buildable budget, meaning there's a lot of things that you do not necessarily need to add. You can actually jump into the exact month. But let's get started on the first couple of parts of the spreadsheet that you definitely want to be able to use. So everything that I'm saying in here will be in the instructions, but I wanted to, as I said, I'm a visual person, so I wanted to be able to put this information out there. So the first thing you absolutely need to do is actually set up your budget. You would add your currency, you would set your income and your goals, your income goals. Let me reiterate. So income goals means this is what you would like to make, or what you project to make. If you are in salary, you usually get the same thing. If you are an hourly, you possibly know what your base or how much overtime, and you can add your hustle, your business, your dividends, any type of income. These will be called your income goals, and you can start on the exact month that you're starting. So I put here $1 just as an example. Then you're going to set your budget expense categories. This is everything except your utilities. We're going to get to that. These are budget expenses that we have that we don't notice, that we can spend, that are not fixed, meaning they're they change based on if it's a need or a want in that month. So education, beauty, apparel, and education, I mean that very lightly, meaning if it could be books, you actually can put whatever you want on here. So if I want to put books, if I'm noticing that I'm spending a lot on books for some sort of reason, I can put that. And you can change as you go. If you're not using this maybe in the summer, then you will put these numbers maybe in the summer or in the winter, etc. So this is a buildable budget. The next one you would definitely need to do is called trackers. The trackers is going to be able to figure out what is your goals and basically take the math from every single month to make sure you're on track. So for example, here's a travel fund, a wedding fund, a car fund. You would put your total cost of how much is that you want to save, and then you can have your monthly goal of how much you anticipate that you would like to save. And again, we will break this down so you know how much you would like to save, and then your starting and your remaining balance all gets calculated, and that's based on your savings tracker. I don't necessarily put the amount of how much I save for something until I actually put it. So that's why I say it's a buildable budget. So you don't have to pre-do this. You could only pre-do the total goal and the monthly goal and the starting goal. And the remaining goal will be done for you, and everything else is buildable as you go. The next one is your investment tracker. This is, if you are a beginner, I would say do not do this, but it's good to actually have it until you start to begin to invest. But if you do have a 401k, it would be great for you to understand how much. You can look in your paycheck, how much is that contribution. If you're confused and you're not sure, just email me. I will definitely tell you where you can look at that in your paycheck, and you can go ahead and put your monthly goal and how much you've invested already so far. Your debt payments, these are things that you literally need to pay every single month. Sometimes you might need to be able to put a credit card in here. And the reason why I say a credit card, because a credit card does have a minimum payment. So anything that you definitely need to do an actual minimum payment, I would do, like credit cards, car payments, mortgage, student loans. We do not put our utilities because we're just about to get there right now. Your utilities will go under bills tracker, meaning that you'll be able to put your internet, electricity, water, mobile, anything else, insurance, anything that you literally, it's a bill, it's a fixed bill. We know that water and electricity fluctuates every month, but we know that without that, we can't live. So I always call your bills tracker is things that you can't live without. We're going to get into subscriptions because subscriptions are a huge thing. If you scroll to it, this is where you'll be able to do your subscriptions tracker. You can put your Netflix, is it entertainment? Is it side projects? It's health and beauty. This is really important because this lets us know what the heck are you spending on. So you can, is it billed one time? Is it seasonal? Is it on auto renewal? When is your renewal date? These are all important because as we start to look at the calendar and look at when you get paid and how income comes in, you'll be able to know when you can pause or get rid of some of these things. I love this because your subscriptions will come literally up here. So you will not put anything in here. It will automatically come up. So if I put entertainment and I put for September $1, it's literally going to come up right here for you. So just know that this is all about let's do the math. I'm huge on a budget. It's not about how beautiful it looks. It's literally is it going to give me what I need as far as my budget? Of course you want it to look pretty too. These are some little to-do lists. If you want to be able to do this, I like to do my budgets on Sunday. I know it sounds crazy. I like to do my planners on Friday. These are little notes for yourself if you need to add something or check up on or call. Always have it next to your money. That's what I always say. Your bank account register. This is something a little tricky. You don't necessarily, if you're a beginner and you're like, this is way too much information, you can skip this until later, but it's always great. I always say have a place where you have your account number and routing number. Remember, this is a document, so please keep it in a safe place, meaning do not share. You can actually lock this document if you have it. But you can just put your account number and your routing number, and you can put an initial of the account name and any current balances that you might have as an estimate. And this is only to use in our annual dashboard. So don't feel like you absolutely have to do this because you can do the budget without this. This is just added information. And again, these are for like if you have savings accounts. Your checkbook register is what is the same thing as well. If you have various checking accounts, and also if you have a business account. Some people have one budget specifically for your business and one for your personal, which you absolutely should. But when you are starting a side hustle or a small business, there is a way that you do have to incorporate those costs because you are basically funding that business. So this is the net worth dashboard. This is where all the information comes in based on what you said in the previous when it comes to cash on hand and any investments and any properties and any liabilities and any debts. So, and you see any lines like this, you know that you are not updating this. So the net dashboard is just for you. Everything comes in funnels in here. You do not need to edit this page because it would automatically funnel in. And if you do and you put one, as a matter of fact, there's actually, you can't edit here per se, but if there is within the months, the end of July, it will funnel in, or you can edit as needed only on this section where the months are. The annual dashboard, this is where everything will be funneled as well. When you see any of these lines, that means you cannot edit it. It literally will do its own thing. This is the beauty of math. The beauty of this sheet is that everything will come to this sheet and you'll see it broken down. So you do not, anything you see with these little links, these little clicks, that means you do not update it. It updates on its own. So let's go ahead and start our budget. So since we are in January, well, we're not in January, we're in September, The only portion of this budget that you will be editing, because I'm going to try to show you something. If you try to edit in a location, it will tell you that, so you would have to put cancel. So the only portion every single month is on the side, and this is where you put your income transactions and your expense transactions. These are the only two lists that you will make edits. You do not make edits in any of the summary parts. As you can see, there's a big a big disclosure here. Your monthly finance summarized in one page. Please do not edit the summary tables or charts. You do not edit any of this stuff. The only thing you are editing is the side, because this is going to become everything together. So let's say we are doing our income. So we will go to our categories and we will put paycheck. And let's say we got $10 for our paycheck. And we can put, the 15th. So we know that that's the paycheck of the 15th. We can put the date if we want. And there it is, 9/15. Our paycheck is $10. If you scroll to the side, $10 is automatically going to be in there. Do you see the beauty of this? Look, total income. Do you see the beauty of this? I'm telling you guys, like, this is the freaking beauty. Budgets, I love a manual budget with a calculator, but I'm gonna tell you something. I love when it's already done. And also, you can always easily check as well. It's seriously very easy, add and subtract. Now we're going to do our expense tracker. Remember all those categories? Boom, all those categories are here. So you have your income, and now you have all your expense categories. And then if you scroll down, you're going to be able to see your total expenses and your total income. So let's see here. Sorry, that's the formula. So you can go ahead and here and put whatever self-development and then put your description. If you want to go ahead and add a new category, you just click here and it will take you back to the setup. And in the setup, you'll be able to put a new category. Now, I want to show you something because I think you're probably thinking like, well, how about my electricity? How about this? When you get your electricity bill, depending on how you pay it every single month, you can automatically put the bills, your electricity. So for, let's say, for when you get it in September, you can put 225. Let's see, 225. You put electricity 100. 100 and mobile 100. Here it tells you exactly what it is. When you go back to the September's tab, you will be able to see what the actual was there. And that will let you know what is the, what did I do? That will let you know in the September's tab how much your actual bill is. You can budget for your bill to be something, but your actual is 225, 100, and 100. Also mention in the bills tracker, the reason why I put last paid, because you would update that with last paid. You would put monthly. And you would also put a monthly goal. So your monthly goal for your bills tracker, the reason why there's a monthly goal for bills tracker is because for internet, if you know it's the same thing, you can just put the same 220. I think I have 225 here because we know that's actually going to be the same. But for your electricity, if you have a goal and you're trying to be conscious of your costs, you can put that in there exactly for your water. So for right now, I will put the goal is 200 so that you can be able to see that these are coming across. And this is the only thing that you're going to be doing once you have this tracker set. You don't need to do that until you edit what your actual in October. So anything that you put for the months would be your actual, meaning that's how much it ended up really being. So if we go back to September, we can see here that we were expected to pay 225. The electricity was expected 200, but the actual is 100. That means we're doing great. Again, if you have any questions on this, let me know. I'm going to do an entire workshop with this, with live budget, so that we can see this. So this is what you would do every single month, and then as you can go into the annual dashboard, you'll begin to see that in the month of September, you'll start seeing everything from a financial overview. So when it's time to do your taxes, you are able to see this in a nutshell and be like, I paid X amount for pets, I may paid this. This is beautiful, instead of having to download every single statement, that because this is based on exactly how much you purchased. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm so excited that you are here with us and that you're starting your budget. I like big budgets, and I cannot lie.